Welcome back to Let's Talk. In the last video, we started to practice and explore the idea of cutting people the same break that we would cut for ourselves. And this was in order to help us avoid the judgment about their behavior as something that was purposeful or for us to take personally. Now, people can make this really challenging for us, though. So let's continue this work today by discussing other aspects of how we may be actually misinterpreting people's motives. Let's take it a step further from the last video. Let's say it just looks really obvious time and time again that this person just has legitimately negative behavior or motives. That even if we put ourselves into their position and cut them that same break that we would cut ourselves, we just cannot approve of their behavior. That we would judge ourselves just as harshly and expect something better. That our hurt from this person, in a sense, can be justified. This person might even be openly hostile, which makes it even tougher. It takes a really strong person to work with that. So we're going to continue to discuss different tools in this series to help you. But for the moment, let's focus on looking deep into what their motives really are and what their behavior might actually be telling us beyond the superficial. The key point here to consider is that no matter how negative someone's outward behaviors are, that truly deep down, they, like all of us, are searching for love and connection and acceptance. Now that's very simple to say, but extremely difficult for us to fully accept. Many of us take the negative behaviors at face value, and we're understandably triggered by them. And we never get a chance to quite look beyond them and look at the person there who is in pain. It's very difficult to realize, especially in that moment, that as they are literally and figuratively pushing us away, that they still are actually needing and wanting connection. So even if you can't remember it in the moment, take some time now to look at where this could be happening in your life and see if you can look past the superficial and see this person as someone who needs and is deserving of love and connection. I'm not going to go into all of the possible psychological underpinnings of why people do act out negatively if they really want connection. But sometimes think of it as just their subconscious desire to actually push people away to see whether they'll come back. There's all kinds of variations on this theme, and again, the details of their conscious or subconscious motivations aren't really the important thing. The important thing is to help to control your reactions to their negative behaviors, keeping in mind that ultimately they do desire connection and acceptance and love. Otherwise, for them, this becomes quite a self-fulfilling prophecy as they convince themselves that they're unlovable, and that makes them sad and angry. So they act out, and then when people are unable to love them, that just reinforces that negative self-image that they are unlovable. So this perpetuates the negative behavior, and the cycle goes on. So there's many variations of this. I just want you to see what a sad and lonely place this is for people. That they are getting reinforced day in and day out that they are not someone to receive love and connection. The more negative and miserable and angry the person is, the further away they get from that love and connection that deep within them they desire. Our job is to see through all that in some way, to look at their more negative behaviors and know that that means they must be struggling and longing. Again, I know this is so hard to do. So I'd suggest that we start exploring this with someone in your life that you're not as close to personally. It's easier when it's a little less emotionally reactive for us to start to see how these patterns play out. As you begin to have success working through that with these people, you'll then be able to apply those same tools to more and more emotionally charged situations, to people that are closer to you. So please, give this some practice, discuss it below, and as always, let's talk.